So, what did you think? What are your thoughts?
I disagree with both of you. I think that.
Oh crap!
I think that. Ooh.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Welcome to our Week 11 Survivor recap, everybody, where, look, I got injured from Chaos Cast, apparently, or a stray razor. Anywho, you guys know the deal. You can follow me over on Twitter. I'm at Reality Recap.
You're like one of those people that do meth and pick their skin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, it's Comedy Jonah. So excited to talk about the Final Four with Melissa. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah.
Hey everybody, I'm Melissa. I'm at the Dolphin Poet, and I'm so excited to talk about the Final Four too.
Yes, we are so excited. We have such a chaotic show, I think, to try and wrap our heads around. I have lots to say about this Survivor, but first I want to let you guys know, thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps support our shows, as does clicking on that Amazon link on our homepage in the sidebar if you have any online shopping to do. You don't pay any more, we get a little bit, or check out our Patreon campaign for exclusive shows, access, forums, swags, prize giveaways, so much more, and it's a way to also help support our show, all in that little sidebar. And of course, you guys know, comment in the section below on YouTube if you are watching there, or in our website in the little chat box, or tweet me at #YRRLive right now, and we'll put your questions on the show. So, before we get started, I see what you're doing, John. You're not even going to be in the picture.
Is that enough headroom?
Let's see how you do. I see how you do. Look, before we even get into Survivor, I would like to make this a new segment. Everyone, this is going to be the new segment of our shows. I'm making a new segment, and it's called Quick Catch Up. So, John, how have you been doing since the last show? Everything going well?
Yep.
And maybe didn't want to do any light shopping or anything? You know you can't leave that there, right? Okay, watch. I'll show you how this is done. Hey, Melissa, how you been doing since the last show?
I've been doing great, Eric. How have you been doing?
I've been doing great too, Melissa. Thanks for sharing. The fans are always like, we want to hear a little bit more about what you guys are doing before you jump right into the show. So I was trying to give them a little bit of what they wanted. John didn't want to play along, though. What can we do?
He wanted to play with his new toy.
Yeah, well, he got another new toy too, and well.
Oh, what's that?
I love how the light is doing nothing for you. It's like it's not doing anything. It's nothing. There you go. That's John's new light. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Look at it. Ooh.
ET phone home. All right.
It used to be brighter. It's not doing it. Something happened.
Yeah, it's called batteries. It needs more.
No.
Yeah, great. Sounds wonderful. Let's talk Survivor, because I'm done talking about John's life. Oh my God. Last night's Survivor was insane. Let's just start at the beginning with Spencer. With Spencer right back on the beat. Oh, wait, here. Clearly, should I mute you, John? Is that what I should do? Are you done?
It's just side talk. Just side talk.
Are you done? It's just side talk?
Just a little talking. Well, how are you?
Oh, okay. Are you going to delay? Anyway, Spencer came back from Tribal, and he is pissed. He's pissed off at everyone for lying to him. Is just the start of the mental screw of last night's episode. But I did like how he said he realizes he's on the bottom, but a huge advantage he has right now is he's playing with all people that don't understand this game. So what did you think, Melissa, on how this episode is starting, where, you know, them all coming back from Tribal? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, Spencer, I kind of disagree a little with Spencer. I think everybody knows the game well enough. They just aren't playing it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then, like, Trish isn't playing it at all. She's just riding Tony's straight jacket coattails. And then you have Cass, who's so paranoid and, like, I don't even know what's going on in her head. She's
Mm-hmm.
overthinking things. And then you have Tony, who's, like, even crazier paranoid than Cass is. And, like, I mean, that guy is losing it. Like, every episode is just a little more. And so, really, Spencer's really the only one with his head actually in the game. And, like, I don't know. And then he's trying. I love my Woo, but
Oh,
Okay,
God.
he needs to play a little
Will
harder.
needs to stick to karate, okay? I disagree with both of you. I think that, they made that final 3 with the reward challenge. I think Chaos Cass did voting for Tosh for her game was so smart. I think Spencer knew why they kind of turned on him because it was just a better move for them. But gosh, I want to root for Spencer all the time now. I'm such an underdog voter thingy person thing. But it was so smart to get Tosh out. Tosh knew she was getting out. She was just winning too many immunity challenges, and too many people liked her. But I love seeing Tony's all craziness and paranoia. But he's really playing a good game. I'm on the fence. Yeah, I'm on the fence.
I'm kind of stuck as to the fact of if you don't really know that her name is Tasha, or if you two have become BFFs, so now you're just calling her Tosh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Follow me on Twitter and find out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Okay, follow Jonah. Comedy Jonah. So, right, I think it was all very interesting in the start of this episode, and I loved how Woo came clean to Tony in the boat. Now, right off the bat, I thought it was a good play for Woo to come clean. Are we all in agreement there, Melissa?
No.
Oh.
I think so, because it was a way to test how Tony really felt about their alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, as it progresses, we see that he's like, oh, crap, Tony's gonna blindside me. Like, I thought it was a good move.
John, why now?
Goofing off over there.
Just try to get any information out of Woo. If it's not the name of a karate move, he just doesn't do a lot of talking. And I think it's kind of good that he keeps it to himself, but, I think that he kind of wanted just to see where he maybe was with Tony, so I think that was a smart move. But, boy, what Cass did to him, crazy land. # crazy land.
Well, yes. So, we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's go over to, let's talk reward first, then we'll talk about the whole unraveling of Tony and Cass and this whole tribe. So the reward was play in the mud and, wipe all the mud off of yourself. Now, Melissa, I know we were saying it as we were watching it. I really thought the way Jeff worded, you love delivery when you're at home, and there's nothing better than being with your family and getting home delivery. I was like, oh, so this is where the family members are coming in clearly, but we were wrong.
I thought so too, but you know what I love better than delivery is being at home. Or the delivery.
Yeah, you know what I like more than being at home for the delivery? Spencer covered in mud. It was good. It did it for me.
Yeah,
it did it for me.
It's guys that cry, and it's guys covered in mud for you.
I don't know. It's just, I liked it. I liked a muddy Spencer. Now, I can't believe how well Tony did in this challenge. Granted, he is bigger than the other people, so more surface to hold mud. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, but Woo has all that hair, and it took him a while to finally figure out, it's not a karate move. I can just, I can get the mud in my hair. I could not believe how well Tony, I cannot. They didn't even have to weigh them at the end. Everyone was like, yeah, Tony won. How the hell?
Go ahead, Melissa.
Yeah, I was the same way. And I couldn't see. I was like, somebody has their bucket like all the way full, and I couldn't figure out who it was because it was moving so fast. And I was like, it's probably Tony. I mean, it's got to be Tony. And then, yeah, I can't believe they didn't weigh him at all. I thought, yeah, it was like, yeah, just give it to him. We don't need to do this.
Well, it wasn't even close, but I don't think Woo's hair was even enough, and I don't even think your hair is a good enough transporter. Like, Tony had such surface to work with. He's just bigger. He's like 2 times bigger than everybody else. 1 trip for him is like 2 trips for everybody else. So, of course, he would fill that bucket up super quick. But who the hell cares? What did he get? He got some pizza and got to reveal a little bit more how close he is with Trish and not Woo. So that was kind of revealing to me. I knew he was super close with Trish, but I didn't really think he would have taken Trish over Woo. So that, I was kind of surprised with that. Were you, Melissa?
Absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Of course he was going to take Trish. That's his girl. He wants to take Trish and Cass to the end because he thinks he can beat him. So, like, I'm actually surprised he didn't take Cass because that would have made more sense because, just strategy-wise, he'd be able to solidify with her whatever deal he wanted to make. But like, yeah, I wasn't surprised with Trish.
I wasn't surprised with Trish, but I also, to take Cass has turned on him for the very last time. He's done. Chaos Cass. She's like,
well, that hasn't happened yet.
Oh, my bad.
It's happening right now. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happened when they got back from Reward. So Tony pulls Cass aside and says, hey, look, Woo told me everything in the boat, and we're cool, it's all good, final 3, I'm telling you because I trust you, don't worry about it, we're totally good, right, Cass? And to Cass's credit, as much as I can't stand her, brilliant game move. Brilliant game move. Oh, but maybe a little bit not, because you would have think she should have pretty much by now figured out Tony wants to take her. So, in a way, her keeping her mouth shut would have ensured Spencer going home and probably Woo going home. But I kind of like her getting all of this, getting it all out. So let's just start there. Go ahead, Melissa. Cass blowing everything up.
Well, I think she was more insulted by Tony wanting to take her. Like, I think she found that insulting. Like, don't take me to the end because you think you can beat me. I'll show you what good of a game player I am. I thought it was hilarious. And then, like, Woo's sitting right there. No, I didn't say that. And Tony conveniently comes walking up and then is like, why you gotta be interrogating? Why you gotta be doing this? I mean, she did. She totally blew up his game right in front of his face. And I thought it was a good move for her. I mean, she's not going to win. I mean, it doesn't really matter who she goes with because she's not going to be able to talk herself into a win with that jury because she's been such a flip-flopper and hasn't been able to, she's made a lot of bad moves. She had a really good chance, like, at the merge, I think, but then she booted Sarah. I really think that's her fatal flaw, is she booted Sarah out of the game.
Yeah.
And now she's just
she would have had a better chance of keeping Trish/Skeletor in the game with her because she could have won over her. But I thought it was a great move for Chaos Cass to be like, hey, Woo, Tony just came to me with a final 3, and guess who wasn't in my final 3? You. Okay? And exploded the whole thing. And he even swore on his children and his wife.
And his dead father.
With you? Oh, yeah. No, it was... He was done with her. That was brilliant on her. I do agree with you, Eric, about what you said about Spencer, but Spencer's been winning those challenges, so not to say something and possibly get Spencer out, yeah, but you know what? The odds are he's probably going to win again, so you know what? Let me just blow Tony's game up. And remind everyone that whoever's in the jury, Tony put them there.
No, I love it. We never really see this in a Final Four because everybody is too scared to make the waves and jeopardize their game.
Right.
I like that Cass is like, I'm just going to blow this up, and hopefully when all the chips fall, I'm still here. I want to think that is how I would play the game as well. So I definitely give her credit on that track, but what was with the whole her and Trish fight? First of all, they made it seem like it was going to be a huge deal in the previews, and it lasted 1 second. It was like Skeletor, blue eyes, and then Tony's like, "You're a llama, Cass." Oh. And
what was God, that drove me nuts.
oh well, I totally
I don't know
understood
what
it
a llama
all. I understood it all from doing shows with you, John. He was like, Cass, I can't stand you.
No, I'm more of, you're the dolphin poet, but I sound more like the dolphin.
This is true. And what was with Cass's tan? Did you notice, like, this is the first time she showed her stomach, so I'm assuming she's had, like, some sort of a surgery done. So I guess that's why she's never, like, probably showed it before. So it was like blinding white, and then the whole top half, like her arms and her face are dark tan, and her legs are dark tan, and just her stomach is beating white. So good job trying to hide it all season. You should have held out one more episode.
Yeah, good job trying to hide your gaseous or biflex, whatever it's called. I almost said reflex.
Your acid reflux.
Bypass. Your bypass. Gastric bypass.
I will also say, if you close your eyes and everyone go do this for the finale, I will tweet out and remind all of you guys. Close your eyes when Tony's speaking and think of someone doing a bad Christopher Walken impression, is what I'm saying. That's very much who he sounds like when he's talking. Like someone on Saturday Night Live doing a Christopher Walken impression is what Tony sounds like talking.
Gotta have more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell.
Yes, everybody needs a little bit more cowbell. So right, it was definitely interesting. I liked Cass blowing it up. Wu seemed to be buying it, but again, I don't know what to believe at this point anymore. And I think Spencer said it best. He's like, I want to buy into this, I want to believe this, but they all lied to me last week. And what's really different between last week and this week? Wu could have done this last week and did it. But what I am very happy about is, before we went into the immunity challenge, we got our answer from last week, Melissa, on when he has to use the idol by, which was last night's episode. So they cleared that up. But he was lying to everybody and telling them he had one more week. But it's not true. He does not.
Right.
So he,
all done. It's all done.
It's all done. It's all done.
All done.
So we go into immunity, and how good was this immunity, literally edge of my seat immunity challenge? John?
It was so good. I was shocked how quickly, Trish was getting the key from the twisty and the shuffling and this and that. But man, that was about it for her.
It was about it for all of them. Everybody fell behind except for Tony, who was 2 levels up before most people even finished the first friggin' ladder. And then it just came down to between him and Spencer made a huge comeback there towards the end.
Huge.
But how brilliant was Tony doing this puzzle? And I was like,
oh my god.
No,
he doesn't understand.
This shows us how Tony's crazy head works, right?
I like Jeff's comments, Tony's he's just shuffling stuff around, he doesn't know what, I thought Jeff's comments were great.
Spencer was really thinking about it. He's taking his time and actually thinking about how the puzzle goes. And there's Tony and his chaotic mind. Yeah.
And Spencer has recently, I feel like he was trying to tease it for us leading up to this episode. He's been posting little slide puzzle way to solve slide puzzle things on his Twitter, I think. So that's pretty interesting. I would have been horrible at that. I can't do a slide puzzle to save my damn life. So
Me
I would have
either.
done the
It's
same.
actually easy to say what you're good at.
Yes, this is true. This
And
is
it is
true.
editing, though. It is editing.
No, I think Tony was clearly just, you could tell, he was just like,
He
just
wasn't thinking
moving.
about it at all.
And I don't even think if Tony would have, let's say he would have gotten it, because then there was like that final move where you had to like, it wasn't just a big empty space in the side, it was kind of like half a space here and half a space there. I bet you Tony wouldn't have gotten that part either, and would have still gotten it wrong, because I wouldn't have. But no, Spencer won, and thank God we're this much closer to getting our little Spencer into the finals, which
I love Ginger. I love
Oh,
Ginger.
it happens now. There's no way it doesn't happen. I want to believe it's going to happen. So any thoughts for you on immunity, Melissa?
Like in what respect? It was a good immunity challenge. I really liked it.
Okay, no, that's all. I liked it too. I liked it. I just didn't know if there was anything that you were going to be like, oh my God, did you notice this or that? Or I hate Trish because she can't even get up one rung. Whatever. You just had pizza. Oh my God, Tony eating the pizza. I was literally like, I was like, pause.
I wasn't. I was like, that's how I eat pizza normally, and I'm not even on Survivor Starving.
Yeah, that's why we don't eat out together. So disgusting. And why couldn't it be like Pizza Hut and Domino's? Nobody wanted to sponsor that one. They were good. We just had to make up fake brand. It was like Coco Cabana, just on Diet Coke. And
You don't know what they have in the Philippines, is it?
yeah, I know they don't have Coco Cabana, is what I know. Right, or maybe it was like some hotel to go, whatever.
I just thought, Trish, Tony, you're gonna get sick. You gotta slow down, Tony. You gotta get sick with the teeth. I gotta get sick, Tony.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go back to the beach, and now this is when things really just all fall apart for me, knowing how the episode ends, because I feel like we were not even remotely led to what was going to really happen, and I don't understand why they need to try and trick us as the viewers, but maybe I'm wrong. So pretty much, let's start here. Pretty much at this point, what we are believing is everyone knows that Tony has these idols, and it is coming down to, is Cass being voted out, or is Trish going to be voted out? So is Spencer and Cass going to vote with Woo to vote out Trish? That's one option. Am I right so far? Okay,
No.
good. No? Then what?
Well, Woo's the swing vote, right? So as soon as, you know, the way it was, the brains versus the brawn, that's how they were kind of voting, and Woo was kind of going to be the decider of which way they were going to go until, okay, we find out later on. What happened?
Seattle is being attacked. Seattle is clearly...
It's aliens.
Did you just have a planned blackout? They have those in LA. Do you have that?
These timed lightsabers. Hold on, I'm going to mute you.
Okay, mute us. Start yelling at them. John is going to yell to get the lights back on. Don't worry, everybody. Okay, so, and he's back. Right. What I was saying, I think you got me, Melissa, was that was one option, and then yes, then the other option was where Woo was going to be part of the vote, and then they were going to go for Cass the other way. Because that's who it was between, was Cass and Trish. Okay, right. So I'm correct on that. Great.
Yeah.
Going into this tribal then, or wait here, we'll wait for John. 3, 2, 1, John's back. No, not back. All right, fine. Let's talk then a little bit about Jeff and his probing with these questions, Melissa, and his, boy, you're all super happy. Aren't you guys all so super happy? I don't know why you're all so happy. I didn't know why they were all so happy either. What did you think of the beginning of this tribal, Melissa?
Well, I really liked, I have it in my notes here, when Cass calls her the wild skeleton blue-eyed banshee. I
Hmm.
just thought that was so great. I've watched it. I've watched Tribal Council twice now, and I'm still not. I still don't know what everybody was saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Spencer's talking about the alliance crumbling. It's a good opportunity. Speeding up the process of them turning on each other. Oh, and I also loved Wu's comment about I'm in this little family, and
Hmm.
Tony's the dad, and Trish is the
No,
mom, and
he's like, I'm a
Cass
foreign
is the
exchange
sister.
student.
Yeah, and then I'm the foreign exchange student.
That
Oh
was
my
pretty
gosh.
accurate, actually.
It
Because he
was.
just sits there and not talk. He's like the foreign exchange student at the table that doesn't hardly speak English
And he's
and
just sitting there.
just sits there with dead eyes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Well, I feel like Wu killed his game a little bit earlier before they went to Tribal, when Wu turns to Cass and Spencer and literally says, I just realized Tony isn't going to want to take me to the final three because I'm going to get a ton of votes from this jury. Why would you say that to anybody, Wu? Why would you have ever said that to the other two people?
Again, stick to karate because you either have dead eyes, you hardly say anything, and when you do, it's the wrong thing. Stop screaming your game out.
I don't think.
Take a hint from Chaos Cass and Skeletor.
Hmm. Well, see, now back to your point where you're saying you just watched it, Melissa, and then we'll get to some of you guys' questions. It didn't even really make sense to you. I don't think it could make sense because as we see what is going to start unfolding with these votes, they make it seem like Wu, or at least I felt, like Wu was voting out Cass. That's kind of the way he made it seem, and they're all sticking together, and Tony's like, he showed the first idol. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't get, like, I get that he's trying to use this special idol to, like, bluff everybody, but, like, Tony, nobody's gonna believe that. I don't understand why he didn't do what Steve said he was gonna do. Play that idol on Trish and save her, and then use that idol on himself if he were to get those votes. I don't understand why he didn't do that. That was the best thing for his game. That was the way for him to get to the end the way he wanted to. I was like, what, he's not playing it for Trish right now? This is the stupidest thing this is the stupidest move in his game.
Oh, well,
Stupid.
we find out in a few minutes why, apparently. But let's talk about first. So he takes out the first idol, then shows everybody, haha, I do have the special idol, but he doesn't say in Tribal what it's for. He just puts it on his neck. So then the votes get tallied, and Jeff is like, does anyone want to play the idol? And Tony just gets up and is like, here, I'm giving this idol back to the island. Why?
See, I couldn't figure out why he didn't use it on Trish. Now,
I know.
I tweeted the question out because I was confused, and our very own Jeff Rye from Opposite Worlds tweeted and said he needs a vote in the jury instead of Cass, who won't vote for him. That's a little weak. I think he needs the votes where he is now because he's going to get outvoted.
Plus, like Melissa said, I think he's trying to trick everybody into
Well, he
thinking...
said he was going to do that. He told Trish, I'm going to bluff everybody and tell them that this is my ticket to the final three and there's nothing they can do about it. Like, he said that.
Right, so that's why he didn't play it. But we find out at the very end, like the last 2 seconds, when Trish is like, does anybody have any M&Ms? Like, that's her goodbye messages. I need M&Ms, everybody. We find out...
Here's my favorite part of that.
Oh, yeah. I do like when Cass was like, here you go.
Does anybody have any M&Ms?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So we find out Tony voted for Trish to leave. As a matter of fact, everybody did, except for Trish.
Except for Trish.
Yeah, so that's where I get annoyed. That's where I was annoyed at the end of Survivor last night, where it's like, don't blindside us, the viewer. If that was going to happen, why not fill us in on how they're thinking? Because now we really have no clue. We have no clue how.
Yeah, I don't know why Tony voted for her. Like,
I don't.
why did he vote for her? What's his logic? Like, I'm completely confused by why he voted for her. And I want to know why he voted for her. Because he wanted to take her to the end. He could beat her.
Yeah, and if he was going to play it, like, based on emotion, he would have went for Cass. If he was going to do it on strategy, he would have went for Wu. So I agree with you, unless there's some deal in play that we're not aware of that he has made with a Wu or a Spencer or a Cass that we don't know. And like, this is how I'm going to prove my loyalty to you. I'll cut Trish right now. But again, complete speculation. If you guys think you know why he did it, comment below this video and let us know on the edited version. I would love to hear it. And here is a question actually from PalMac1000 who says, Tony had 2 idols that ran out last night. Could he have done more with them? For example, could he have given one to Wu as a sign of trust?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. He should have used it as a tool to gain favor.
Or one for Trish, who is his loyal goat, like Chaos Cass said. Trish!
I am not a goat. I am not a goat. I will attack. Yeah, I don't get the whole thing, and it just annoyed me. It just annoyed me. The whole thing annoyed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't lie to me.
I could barely sign into this hangout. I'm so annoyed.
Oh, well, excuse you. Now... Now, John, or wait, well, I'll say this before we talk about next week.
Right before the lights go out.
Yeah, before the lights go out. Are there any other things?
Gotta pay my bill.
Gotta pay your bills. Is there any other thing from this week that either of you want to talk about before we go on to like the finale and the other stuff that we know? No, Melissa?
I don't think so. Oh, well, okay. I'm actually, you know what? I'm upset there wasn't a family visit this year. What's that all about? What's that all about? Because I know Jeff Probst fought to keep that in the show at, like, the very beginning because they wanted to cut it. And he's like, no. Like, that's the heart of the show. Like, that's when they get to see their family and they get that energy, you know, they get re-energized and we get to meet. Like, if we could have met Tony's wife, I bet maybe some people would like him a little more, right?
Oh, and just be like, you keep swearing on us, baby. You keep swearing on our kids and me and your parents and the blue badge, and you win this thing.
Like, it humanizes people more. As an audience, I want Jeff to address why they didn't put that in the show this year, because I think we all got gypped. And I think those survivors got gypped.
Oh, I can address that.
And when we talk about the things that are happening in the finale, we'll be able to.
Yes, we will. But so here's my speculation, and then I'll throw that to you, John. I think, from what I heard, Survivor didn't do amazing in the ratings the last season. So, like, I thought last season they didn't do super good. So it cost a lot of money to fly, like, a lot of family members to the Philippines. Now, granted, I'm sure they could have made whatever airline a sponsor, and then it probably would have been free.
Exactly. Whatever. Not like there's a big catering budget. But
it could have been American Airlines delivering that pizza, and then they could have sponsored the families. Dude, I'm just saying. But I'm sure it had to do with budget cuts. But yes. As John says, he just posted a news article on our website, because you guys know we also do like little news updates for you when stuff happens on reality shows. It's John's first one. Go ahead, John. Tell the people about the breaking Survivor news.
Well, I don't want to say everything because I want you to go to my article and click on it and read it.
Well, tell it a little bit.
Some of a little bit is that it's back on Wednesday, like it was. And I don't think it's been this way since the first season. Also, too, a lot of social media is going to kind of be involved. So we're going to have lots of questions. We could tweet Jeff live during the finale. And then just kind of different parts of the finale are going to be live. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And if you want to know more details and see Jeff's interview with Entertainment Weekly, click on yourrealityrecaps.com.
It's on the homepage. All of our news articles and stuff are right on the homepage. Just scroll down a little bit. Very easy to access. But John, let me ask you this. Do they address if it's going to be a final 3 or a final 4? That's what I want to know.
No.
Me too.
No, they don't address. Or you should have said yes. Read the article. Whatever. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be.
Stop lying. So my bad.
I think it's going to be a final 3, and I'll also say, womp womp. Every year they tell us how much social media is going to be involved, and Jeff, maybe the entire 3-hour finale will ask 2 Twitter questions. I don't know. They need to get a lot better about incorporating social media into the show if they really want to promote that. I'll even bet. I'll take a bet with everyone right now. I bet on the Survivor finale, we do not have more than 4 questions from Twitter. That's my bet. Prove me wrong.
What do we win if we win?
What's your number and what do you want?
Are you going to shave your beard? Ooh.
Sure. Then what's your number?
They're going to ask more than 4.
So if they ask more than 4, I have to shave my beard. If they don't ask, if they ask 4 or less, what are you doing? Growing a beard?
Oh my! With this voice? Sure.
Okay, great. There you go, everybody. We have a bet.
I would look like a grandpa.
You can get one from the costume store. You can get one from the costume
Okay, good, because my beard grows in gray. Isn't that crazy?
No. So, John, we also have a question from Kung Fu Woman in the chat room, and she says, which is kind of, it's related to reality TV. She says, Eric and John, there's a new reality show from Fox called Utopia starting soon from Saturn Production Company that Big Brother does. Have you heard of it at all? John?
No.
No, you haven't?
It's weird.
No, you've heard nothing of that show.
It's brand new information.
Okay, that's what we're going with. So, John doesn't know anything about that show. Do we know when that show? Do you know about that show, Melissa?
I know absolutely nothing about that show.
Oh, really? I will tell you that it is a show that it's like Big Brother, kind of meets Survivor. It lasts an entire year long, so it's like Big Brother, but all year long, and you can watch the live feeds all year long. And I believe it takes place mostly online, but they'll have like some television things spread out, like kind of week-long events during the year. Also, Melissa, have you seen the new show, The Quest? Have you seen the previews for that? Oh my God, John, you haven't either, right?
No, I'm reading the email that the Utopia people sent me. What?
Oh, now you're gonna say this. Okay. Fine, we'll go back there in a moment then. The Quest, it's kind of like Opposite Worlds meets Survivor, so it's like mostly reality with a touch of not reality, but all these physical competitions. My point is, we already have people that are going to be covering The Quest for us, and we already have people that are going to be covering Utopia for us, and we already have someone who may or may not be on Utopia. John, what about this email?
No, it's just an email asking if you know, you're interested in auditioning for it because they were coming to Portland and Seattle. So, you know, I don't know what skills I could bring because, of course, now we've seen the trailer for it and stuff. But I do know roofing. I guess I could have brought that.
You would be so annoying on that show. Like, you would just be, for a whole year just trapped with John. No TV.
Oh, John, I got a stain on my shirt.
Exactly. That's what it would be like. That's is so what Utopia would be like.
I hate you. Hashtag I hate you.
Okay. And you wouldn't get to hashtag, and you would leave us all alone, and you wouldn't get to be able to cover Big Brother. So hashtag
I still wouldn't get my blog done.
Yeah. You still wouldn't get the blog. So you probably would.
I wouldn't do it.
No, it would be good. All right. Final thoughts. going into Big Brother Survivor finale. I will let anybody change their minds. You need to lock in your win right now. You can no longer change it. So we'll see who's right. John, you first. Who are you picking for the win next week?
My heart says Spencer, but my gameplay says Tony.
Right, so I didn't say what does your heart say. I said who are you picking for the
You
win?
never know what my heart says. Why?
I wish your heart would go on into the water and drown. Tony? Great, Tony. Melissa, who's your pick to win, as if I don't know?
I know.
If you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go with Spencer.
Oh, wow, okay, I didn't know. I thought you were for sure going to say Woo.
No, I love Woo, and I was really rooting for him, but I think at this point he hasn't played hard enough to win the game. But I do think that Spencer's going to kill it in that final immunity challenge, maybe, and win himself a spot in the final 3. And I think he has a really good shot because I think he's going to be able to out-talk everybody, including Tony.
Yeah, I also agree. I'm saying Spencer. Oh, Lord. Okay, go mute yourself and then come back for outros. I think 100% it is Spencer is winning this game, even just from like a psychological approach for people, how they act on Twitter. I feel like it tips it off every Survivor season, and I just think Spencer is acting, saying, and doing things in real life, real time right now, which leads me to believe he won, which I'm thrilled. It probably means we'll never get him on this show. It's the only reason I don't want him to win, but maybe. Hi, Spencer. We loved you day one. You used my picture as your Twitter avatar for 2 months. Come on the show. Your contract's up in 1 week. Come on. Come talk to us, Ben. Come on. Give us the dirt. You're posting all your private conversations with Tony anyway. Your Twitter, like on his Twitter is full of his text messages back and forth with Tony where they're talking about all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I'm like, really? CBS is fine with that? Okay. Sounds weird.
Apparently the conference room keeps thinking I'm leaving. I guess they can't feel my heart either.
Well, it's true.
Don't have a pulse.
Is there anything that you are super excited about for the finale, Melissa? Like, is there something that's like your favorite part of finale episodes that you can't wait to see?
I love the finale. I look forward to the finale every year. And it's 2 days before my birthday this year. I'm so excited. And I think it's just going to be a really good one. I think we have a lot of stuff to talk about on the reunion show. And I love our Final Four. I think it's one of the best Final Fours ever. Like, say what you will about anybody, but they are all game players. I mean, even Woo. I mean, he's playing the game. He's finally making the big moves. I just love it. I think it's going to be really good and fun.
I agree. I just hope they don't, and I know they will, because it's such a Survivor staple. It's a Survivor stapler. It's a Survivor. When they do this stupid walk past the torches and let's reflect, I don't care.
Well, they didn't do it last year.
I know.
They didn't do it for Blood versus Water.
I know. That is true.
You know what I love about the finale?
What?
I love to see how much weight they've gained and what they look like in the real world.
Yeah, that is. I like when they're all cleaned up. I like them all cleaned up. Okay, here's a final. Yeah, here's a final comment from Julie, who says, Survivor was great last night. I was so thoroughly entertained. I about laughed off my couch when Tony said, do I have to speak llama to you? And then proceeded to do that. Where in the world did that come from, Tony? Great Tribal 2. Woo is ... which I'm sure she's going to follow up with. I think we're going to go with finished. Woo is finished. All right, well, you guys will have to tune in on next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I know I'll be live tweeting during it. I know Melissa's online at least during it. I'm sure John will be handling the West Coast for it. And then the next day we will be right back here with Melissa, with John. And I will say, I'm pretty sure we're going to be joined by a Survivor as well. So, ooh, secrets. I can't tell you yet who it's going to be, though. So make sure you tune in next week for that. And of course, we have a ton more shows through. We might be doing a reality check this Saturday night. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. John, outro?
Hey guys, thanks for watching and thanks for your questions. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah.
Until he gets on the Utopia show. Melissa?
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at the Dolphin Poet. And just check out my Survivor blogs, my Amazing Race blogs. Like read last week's. Read this Sunday's Amazing Race blog. It's really good. And yeah, just follow me on Twitter at the Dolphin Poet.
Oh yes, I should say, since you're all still here and you haven't bailed ship yet, if there is only one show that you guys are going to watch that we do in a season, I think you should watch the last Amazing Race show that we did for your Amazing Race you've been watching. It's our highest rated show ever because John and I fought the whole time. And not play fighting, for real fighting. And it was a very drama-filled episode where a lot of opinions were had. And Melissa's blog echoes a lot of what John and I were arguing about. So the link to that will be below. Or of course, you can go to our website or YouTube to watch it in the Amazing Race recap section. But John, in conclusion, since I won't let you have any I will say I think it's very interesting how on this show you said you root for the underdog. Clearly why you like the blondes. Bye, everybody!